Hello everyone and welcome to SOS Wrestling and to episode number 17 of our local global series. Today we just have two fight nights, seeing as we're coming off of a pay-per-view, or kind of a pay-per-view, but it's still broadcast on YouTube. But mainly, I'm going to keep calling it a pay-per-view, but it's really just, a big event. Seeing as that is the case, we still do have quite a bit of money. I did have to pay off a few thousand just so Joey Janela didn't leave our company, because he was pretty pissed off about being fired last November, which understandable, but at the same time, it's just a pay-per-appearance, so I don't really know why that's an issue, because it's not like I was costing him much money, because I wasn't going to book him, so that's kind of an issue I have with the game. But other than that, nothing much to go over other than maybe look at the size. Haven't done that in a while. We are almost more bigger in New England than we are in the tri-state, and in actually we are bigger in Eastern Australia than we are in the tri-state, which is the one problem I do have with us being on YouTube, and I wish there were more traditional broadcasters. But I guess we can't complain too much, so we'll just jump right into the first show of the episode. Alright, to start off, we got Jason Kincaid versus Alex Colon. He did defeat Alex Colon in 9:21 by pinfall. Kincaid got a 47, Colon got a 30, 41 rating, and Kincaid's improving the performance. I just needed someone to job out to Alex, basically. That was what's happening here, or needed someone to job out to Kincaid. I'm not really expecting this to turn into a storyline, although I do need both of them to do something, and this match seemed to be pretty alright, so maybe in the future we'll see them face off again. And after the match, Jason Kincaid grabs the mic. He says, "If you don't know me, you soon will, because the gift, Jason Kincaid, does not stay quiet for very long. UPW, consider this a warning shot because you haven't seen anything yet." And only got a 33, which isn't great, but just a little promo to kind of flesh out his character a little bit. If you are unfamiliar with Jason Kincaid, he's kind of like an indie Bray Wyatt, a creepy guy. He is a face, at least in UPW, so that is how we're going to be using him. Kind of creepy. He has a weird style of offense. Not a cult leader per se, but you could definitely see that becoming a thing eventually, if we'd like to go that route. So, enough about Jason Kincaid. We'll go ahead and move on. And decent match. Jason Lee defeated Fire Ant in 9:44 by submission. Apparently they have great chemistry. Fire Ant got a 34, Lee got a 41 for a 39 rating, and Lee's improving performance skills. That is what I want to see from our Iron Man champion. Lee's really impressed me for these, I guess he's been in here in UPW for about a month, maybe less. He's really impressed me in that time period, so I'm very glad that we put the title on him, and soon enough, Dave Starr will get his rematch, and we'll see how that turns out for him. But for now, we'll just move on. And decent reaction from the crowd, but not so great wrestling. Freeman and Carino defeated Dijak and Morgan in 10:40 when Colby Carino defeated Donovan Dijak by pinfall with a roll-up. Carino was really off his game, so was Freeman, so that's not a good combination. Dijak actually outperformed Morgan, even though we're paying Morgan a hell of a lot more. And that's good to see Dijak improve since the last time we used him. Probably going to bring both of these guys back. You'll see why in just a second. Freeman got a 26, Carino got a 25, but they're both off their game, so don't really know how good they're actually doing. Dijak did improve in technical, though, so that's good to see. And with that, we'll move on. Hopefully, moving on. Alright, after winning the match, Freeman and Carino go to shake the hands of their opponents, very respectful, and Dijak and Morgan accept the handshake, and then cheap shot Freeman and Carino. So, obviously, Dijak and Morgan not too happy after losing, and they have something to say about it, so we'll probably be seeing these guys back. If not, that means I forgot to sign them after the match. So, yeah, because they are on one-night deals. It was kind of improvised, because while I was booking this show, I realized, hey, we do not have any heel tag teams for them to go against right now, so let's go ahead and hire one. 51 rating definitely isn't bad, though, so that's a good start off to their feud, I guess. And then a decent match, Kairi Hojo defeated Virginia Blackwood in 11:07 by pinfall. Hojo got a 59, as always, doing great. Virginia Blackwood got a 24. Not so great, but Kairi can carry this women's division to pretty amazing ratings. So she doesn't have to be good, so I'm not mad at her. And no worker improvements, I wasn't expecting any, but a 47 rating, definitely pretty good. Maybe not the best for Kairi's matches, but as far as where this women's division was before Kairi got here, I'll take a 47. And a decent match, Roppongi Vice defeated the boys in 12:21 when Rocky Romero defeated Brandon Tate by submission with a Diablo armbar. Brandon Tate really off his game, only got a 27. Trent got a 39. Rocky got a 61. So I don't know why Rocky is so much better in this mod than Trent, because I think they're about on par in the ring. I guess Rocky is a little bit better if I had to choose one, but Trent definitely isn't a 40. Like, if Rocky's a 61, then Trent would be like a 55 to 58, somewhere in there at least. But apparently the Who 87 does not agree with me. I did try out Fleisch's mod. Main thing that turned me off was the picture pack, so maybe we'll see it in the future, who knows, if I can get a good picture pack with it. But with that, we'll go ahead and move on. And after winning their match, Roppongi Vice are attacked by Chaos. Cody Dunn and Janela grab the UPW Tag Team titles and raise them above their heads. Obviously, they don't steal the UPW Tag Team titles. I was going to go that route, but it's really frustrating to book stolen title angles, and I don't know how much I want to do that right now. So, just, like a generic attack thing, Cody will probably cut a promo at the beginning of next show to kind of explain himself, but obviously don't need too much explanation, because it's basically just, you have the titles, we want the titles, you are going to give us the titles, or we are going to take them, is basically what I'm thinking. But a 51 rating, not too shabby. A good way to boost the ratings of this show in general up a little bit. And now we'll move on to, I think, our main event. Yes, our main event, decent match. Hansen defeated Bill Carr in 13:09 by pinfall. Carr got a 36, Hansen got a 46, so Carr didn't do too bad. Hansen, maybe not great. I feel like I've been spoiled by Hiromu Takahashi with those great ratings he's always put on. But as far as the match goes, definitely not disappointed in it. Did about as good as I wanted it to. This was kind of just a filler match, as we will see who his next challenger, I guess Hansen's first challenger, will be, as Hiromu. He's going on to other things, probably. He'll probably get his rematch because he is entitled to that. But as far as storylines go, I'm planning on keeping Hansen strong, so I do not want to job out Hiromu without giving too much away. So I'm just going to move on before I spill the beans completely on what I want to do. And Dalton Castle and his boys interrupt Hansen's celebration. Castle says, well, what do we have here? It seems like a new champ was crowned while I was away. That's because he hasn't wrestled since August for us, which is crazy to think, because I don't think I've booked that many shows since then. But apparently that's the case. I'll stop interrupting the promo now. He says, that's exciting, but I'm here to inform you that since you are in the way of me becoming the first ever two-time UPW Heavyweight Champion, your title reign is going to be pretty short-lived. Hansen just holds his title above his head with one hand and stares down the potential challenger. We'll see where this goes from here. Obviously, they do have a bit of history. I'm pretty sure they faced off in the Super 8 tournament, and then also they might have had a few matches before that. But in the past, Hansen has come out on top, so we'll see what Dalton has to bring to the table at this point. But a 54 rating to end off the show, not bad at all, and a 45 rating for the show, increasing our popularity in all 45 regions. A good show. Obviously, the main event left something to be desired, as it wasn't even close to our best match. But at the same time, I want to put the world champion in the main event, even if it's not going to be the best match, especially because I wanted to end the show with that Hansen-Dalton Castle confrontation. But enough of me explaining my weird booking decisions. I'll go ahead and cut to the second show of the episode. Alright, so we start off the show with Chaos coming down to the ring. Hall says, "Steve Corino, I've got a question for you. What in the hell does it take to get a title shot around here? Not only are we the most dominant force in UPW, but all of professional wrestling, and for some reason, we haven't been given the match we deserve." Steve Corino comes out to confront him, and he says, "Well, Cody, while I may not agree with your methods, you do get results. So if two of you can win a number one contenders match tonight, you'll get your shot." So Steve giving Chaos not a title shot, obviously, but a number one contenders match for later in the night. And this got a 43, so pretty good rating to start off the show. In front of 295, I honestly can't remember if that's good or not, but New England, for some reason, has become our most popular area instead of the tri-state. Well, I know the reason. It's because it has a higher importance, and YouTube has kind of been screwing with the popularity a little bit, which is fun. Always fun. So, just gonna keep moving on. Alright, first match of the show, Jason Kincaid defeated Colby Corino in 9:43 by pinfall after a distraction from Donovan Dijak, who ran in to attack Corino. He got a 30, Kincaid got a 44, 36 rating. Colby kind of hit a plateau in his improvements, it seems, so we'll have to hope, or have to try and get him over in different ways, I guess, because he's winning quite a bit of matches. He's just not improving all that much. And I really want to use him further in the future of this company, because it's an interesting dynamic with him and his father. So we'll see what we want to do with him. And then after the match, Freeman saves Colby from Dijak and Morgan's attack. As Morgan and Dijak are retreating to the back, Morgan stops and grabs a mic. He says, "If you think this is the end of this, you are sadly mistaken, because no one disrespects us and gets away with it." And that got a 48. Pretty good. Morgan and Dijak, I'm pretty sure this was just on their menace. To be honest, if that's the case, I was expecting this to be better. I have to look at their stats. It's probably Dijak, who, for some reason, isn't very high on him. Which is weird, because I think he's probably one of the most promising big men in wrestling right now. Him and Keith Lee are probably the two most wanted guys on the indies, in my opinion. At least the guys I want to see the most. And I have seen Keith Lee for quite a while, though, because he works at an independent company near where I live. But here, quite a good match. Hiromu Takahashi defeated Jason Lee in 13:52 by pinfall of the Bridging Fisherman Suplex. Hiromu got a 57, obviously carrying the match a little bit, but Jason didn't do too bad, getting a 36. And this is what I like to see. 50 rating for this match. Probably should have been our main event, to be honest. But considering it wasn't a title match, there wasn't really any reason to make it the main event, logically. So we'll just have to deal with it being in the middle of the show. Although, we'll see how Jason Lee continues to improve, because a 36 is much better than what he debuted at, which I think was actually less than a 20. So he's improving quite quickly, and I'm sure putting a title on him will not hurt him too much. And then after the match, David Starr returns to confront Jason Lee. Starr says, "Jason, you may have my Iron Man title right now, but you are no champion. So no matter how long it takes, no matter who I have to beat, I'm going to get back my title. Lee just laughs off Star before rolling out of the ring and heading to the back. This got a 51. Real good here. Especially Jason Lee. I don't know what it is, but he's put on the 2 best ratings we've had tonight, so maybe he could be a bigger part of the future of this company. I was expecting him to, just be kind of a mid-carder his whole run with us, but it seems like future may be brighter than we thought for Jason Lee. And then in a not-so-great match, Kimberly defeated Penelope Ford in 10:45 by submission with an armbar. Penelope only got a 27, Kimberly only got a 31 for a 30 rating. Not great, but we can't have Kairi Hojo in every single women's match, so, these we're going to get these sometimes. And then immediately after, Kairi Hojo walks into Carino's office and tells him point blank that she wants some new competition. She's beaten every challenger and says that it's time for someone new to step up to the plate. Carino agrees and tells her that soon enough there will be a new wave of competitors for Kairi to go head-to-head with. 54 rating there, not too shabby, pretty good. Best rating we've had on the show, so that's an up. And, this will definitely help out the overall rating for the show. But with that, we'll go ahead and move on. And then at the number 1 contenders match, Chaos, JT Dunn, and Cody Hall defeat the Colony in 11:52 when Cody Hall defeated Fire Ant by pinfall with a handful of tights. Apparently Silver Ant and JT Dunn were both really off his game, which explains the kind of less than stellar rating. But Cody getting a 33, JT getting a 39 still whenever he's really off his game, so that's definitely an up, because I didn't think he was that good, to be honest. I don't remember him ever getting more than a 40, but it seems like that might be the case. Maybe I'm just misremembering, but good for JT Dunn. Cody Hall did pretty good. I would like to see something better than that, because he is supposed to be the leader of the stable, and he's probably got the worst ratings in the ring. But at the same time, this is mainly about building Cody Hall up into something, so we'll see where it goes. And then in the main event, Dalton Castle defeats Hanson in 10:55 by submission after a distraction from Brent Tate. Hanson got a 44, Castle got a 45, 39 rating only. Not a great main event, obviously. Could put a number of matches before this, but, this is the main event storyline, so we're going to have to put this match in the main event, and I knew that the tag team match wouldn't be as good as this one. So, we just got to deal with it for realism and storyline's sake. And then to end off the show, Dalton Castle and his boys escape up the ramp as Hanson stares him down from the ring. Soon after, Hanson grabs his title and throws the ref out of the ring before he returns to the back. So obviously Hanson a little bit frustrated with Dalton Castle using the boys to his advantage, I guess you could call it. 57 rating on this, and we'll see how Hanson handles Dalton and his boys in the next episode. And that's going to go ahead and end the show. 44, so not too bad. I was honestly expecting, like a 40, but I guess the angle saved us a little bit. And yeah, a pretty good show. Pretty good shows, to be honest. I'm liking where all the storylines are going. I'm very excited for anything that Chaos is going to do, and Chaos versus Roppongi Vice will be very good, I think. And if you did like the video, please feel free to like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you guys in the next one.